Remember, trig functions take inputs that are angles and give you outputs that are ratios of sides. Inverse trig functions do the other thing. They take inputs that are ratios of sides and gives you outputs of angles. So when I look at cosine inverse of 4/5, that's the stuff inside here. This is a ratio of sides plugged into an inverse trig function to give you an angle. So there's a picture to be drawn here where I want a triangle with an angle whose cosine is 4 divided by 5. That's literally what this means. The angle whose cosine is 4 divided by 5. Well, cosine is adjacent divided by hypotenuse. So if I make 4 the adjacent side and 5 the hypotenuse, then this angle right here is in fact the angle whose cosine is 4/5. But Pythagoras gives me this whole triangle, because if I've got two sides, then I know that this side is the square root of 25 minus 16, right? 5 squared minus 4 squared. So that'd be the square root of 9. This side is 3. This problem is asking for the sine of this angle. Well, the sine of this angle right here is the opposite side divided by the adjacent. So it's 3 divided by 5. I can do that faster than I can type it in my calculator. Likewise, down here, I'll show you. This one, sine inverse of 3/5. Give me an angle whose sine is 3 divided by 5. Pythagoras gives me the other side of 4. The tangent is 3 divided by 4. This is 3/4. It's that easy. It's that easy when you understand what each trig function and inverse trig function is doing for you. Tangent takes an angle in and gives you a ratio of sides out. Inverse trig functions do the other thing. Inverse sine gives you a ratio of opposite divided by hypotenuse, and it gives you this angle. So if this is giving me this angle, and then the tangent is asking for these two sides as a ratio, well, there we go. Okay. Yeah, you can plug it in your calculator, but what have you learned? What do you understand about what each of those functions is doing? Draw the picture.